Welcome back to ORGcon, and again we're going to talk about sneaky ISP bills, and we're here with the Privacy International Eric King. We just had a talk with Gus Ossen, and Eric is going to talk to us about evil companies trying to target repressive regimes with technology.
Absolutely. So the project that I run at Privacy International investigates the sale of surveillance technology. We're particularly interested in the sale of Western kit to repressive regimes. It's not because we don't think that the Western regimes are repressive, they are in many respects, but there are different consequences. When this kit is used in Syria, people die earlier. So what we've been looking at are who's involved in this trade. A year and a half ago when we started this, we didn't know what kind of technology was available. I mean, you have a good idea, but we don't know the details. And so we wanted to know who is buying and who is selling. We started this by going to trade shows. We went to arms fairs. We went to surveillance conferences. And we picked up the brochures and sales materials that companies were using to flog their surveillance kit. And some of them are great fun. They are boxes that are sold as being perfect for intercepting entire universities, perfect for intercepting left-leaning liberal universities, and that's in the sales material.
That's the actual sales pitch.
Yes, exactly. And so what we've been looking at is what kit ends up where, and there's been some fantastic reporting being done by the Wall Street Journal and also Bloomberg, who have uncovered where this kit has ended up. A couple of examples: a British company called Creativity Software sold location tracking equipment, mass location tracking equipment, to Iran last year.
Is there not any laws against these kind of things? Because we talk about weapons embargo, these kind of things.
So against Syria, yes. Against Iran, up until yesterday, no. The law changed yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
The EU introduced export control regulations against specifically Iran, and this included, for the second time only, surveillance technology. The broad principle here is that while military equipment is controlled, some dual-use items are controlled, surveillance technology is not. So a British company, an American company, can make the scariest mass surveillance infrastructure that has ever been created, ship it across to Iran, and up until yesterday, they weren't breaking the law. They were doing everything entirely legally. Because there are no controls on this technology. And the consequence of this is that when we go and ask the government, why aren't you doing anything about it? Their response is, well, because it's not controlled, we don't have any information on it, so we don't know anything about this. And at the moment we're playing this game where they're saying they don't know anything about it. We know that they are. In many of these instances, the trade organizations as part of the government to promote British industry or American industry have included these surveillance companies as part of their trade shows that they go around the world. So it's a very weird situation we're left in.
So from what I understand, this technology is highly efficient to spy on activist campaigners, wherever they are in the world. But let's just talk about, on this side, are these tools are used on Earth?
In many instances, yes. I mean, this market to repressive regimes is the company's secondary market. The tools that they've built were primarily for Western law enforcement organizations.
But I'm talking about companies and corporations. Can they use that without regulations?
So the companies, it changes from technology to technology. It gets complicated, but if this technology was used by corporations in the UK, it would be illegal. If they were used by individuals, it would be illegal. It gets more complicated when you look at whether law enforcement can use it. They are using it. We know they're using it. Now, which bit of the law says that they can gets very, very tricky. While we have in the UK the Regulatory Investigative Powers Act, which permits lawful interception in many contexts, how it applies to these new forms of technology we're not entirely clear on. And we can sit the smartest lawyers in the UK in a room and they can reasonably disagree on what standard would be required.
So what can people right now can do to fight against this?
They can get pissed off, for one. I mean, that's the first thing that needs to be done here. There needs to be a recognition that this stuff goes on, and people need to sort of demand answers. We've filed FOIA requests against law enforcement agencies in the UK. Most of them have been refused because of national security. Stupid requests like, do they use social media for investigative purposes, have been refused because of national security. It doesn't make any sense. What we need is for people to file these requests, inundate these offices, make it clear that it is not acceptable to just say, sorry, no, not going to tell you.
So give us a website so we can actually know more information, get more information about all that.
Go to privacyinternational.org and there's a bunch of information there. Or go to What Do They Know, which allows you to file FOIA requests within the UK. It's very easy. It's created by My Society, who are just sitting to the left of me. And you can file a FOIA request within 30 seconds. So go ahead and do it.
Okay, fantastic websites to check out, and I encourage you to do so. Thank you, Eric, for talking to us. Don't forget the other video from the other Privacy International director, Gus Rosen, about CDDP, and we'll be back soon on visionOntv channel Plug and Play for other videos. Thank you for watching.